After playing 100 games on chess.com, it all came down to this. One match to hit 2000 elo. The pressure was high and the game was crazy. Even crazier than I thought it would be. So let me show you how it all went and I'm sure you will learn something. So my opponent was 2020 elo and I was just 1992 at this game. So let's begin. So in the game, I played black and I played the Sicilian defense. So I won't go much into the detail of the opening. White plays e4, we have c5, knight h3, d6, d4. I take, he takes, I play knight to f6. He plays knight to c3. This is the typical Sicilian opening move. We have a6 and he plays bishop to g5, the main line. So before I move forward, I just want to make a disclaimer. I'm not much of a theory person in chess. I just maybe like grasp like maybe 10 moves in and that is all. I don't go deep into theories. So at this point, I'm playing based on my instincts, but because I've played this position a lot of times, some of these are things I already know. So after playing bishop to g5 right here, the first thing you need to think of is this. At this point, if the bishop takes the knight on f6, of course you have to double your pawns. So the move e6 should come into mind. At this point, you are adding a defender to the knight, which is the queen, even though the downside is that you are pinning the knight. The move continues this way, f4. At this point, I didn't know the response to this. Theoretically, I didn't know. I'll be honest with you. Yeah, I didn't know, but I knew that I had to play and develop my pieces. So I played bishop to e7 and I added a defender to the knight. The game continues this way, queen to f3. And as soon as I saw this move, queen to f3, the first thing that came to my mind was the possible x-ray attack at this point and this threat. So because of that, I played queen to c7 to stop that, and he castles. At this point, I play pawn to b5, trying to go for the attack immediately, and he plays e5, attacking a double attack, attacking the rook and at the same time threatening my knight. But I have this intermezzo, which is bishop to b7, and after I played this, the queen has to move somewhere because I'm attacking the white queen. After the queen moves, I at this point have to decide where I move my knight to. So it may look easy, but it's not, because any mistake you make, you lose material. If you move the knight here, after this exchange, something like this, and then this exchange, the pawn here is hanging. So to save time, I won't go deep into all the variations, but just know that I moved my knight to h5. I did it because I was attacking the queen and at the same time defending the square, the g7 pawn. So he plays queen to g4, which is a mistake because he has left this pawn on e5 hanging and I take it. So of course, the knight may look as though he's hanging, but it's not, because once he captures, I take his bishop back. So I take, he takes my bishop first, and I take with the king. Now, I just want to emphasize on this. One of the main reasons you never move from your rating is because you are stuck with basic principles of chess. I know, yeah, a beginner will say you are not supposed to move your king, right? Because if you move your king, you can't castle. But at this point, there is no danger to my king. I don't have any danger here, and I'm winning a pawn. Sometimes you have to break these principles if you want to win material advantage. Of course, not every time, but there are exceptions. Every principle has an exception. And at this point, like I said, there's no way to attack my king directly. This move isn't possible for now. So that was why I decided to play that move. A move like this is played, and I go for exchanging of queens because I'm a pawn up. I try to exchange queens and he refuses. I still take his queen. So I don't want to spend too much time. I'm going to fast forward to the end game. Lots of things happened. Trades were made. But what made me come up at the top at the end was the extra pawn I had, and when we finally exchanged minor pieces. At this point he shouldn't have exchanged the knight, but he did. When we finally exchanged the minor pieces, I then brought my king into the center, and now it's all about zugzwang. Decide who can make the other side play a bad move wins. So I start pushing my pawns one step at a time. If you want me to make a full detailed video on zugzwang, you can comment, and in case you don't want to, you can search for the tactic. You'll get other videos on what a zugzwang is. There's no time to explain, and so it goes this way. I push my pawns, remember, one step at a time, because I'm trying to force my opponent to make a bad move. He plays, and at this point I had to capture. You can't make this move. If you do, he can just push forward and you have a lot of trouble. Even though black is still winning, but your king will have to keep an eye on this pawn. So I had to take, and he takes back. This happens. I keep pushing my pawns one at a time. He now brings his king to the right. So at this point, a very fast way to win would be to get into this place, capture his pawns. But I didn't play that because at that point I calculated the risk of his pawn, this white pawn, promoting before mine. So, and I was down on time. I couldn't calculate the variations completely. So I just went for a sure move I knew, and it was a very good idea, and that was what I did. I captured this pawn, and I would end up capturing the white pawn. So he tries to block me in, but I push my pawn. He has to shift. I bring out my king. He goes, I bring back, I sacrifice my black pawn, and from here you can guess what happens, and I was able to win the game. So this is the chess catalyst, and in this channel I break down concepts. I show videos like this, and if you like videos like this, make sure you click on that thumbs up, make sure you subscribe, and if you have a particular topic you want me to look into, make sure you leave it in the comment section. That'll be all for today. Bye.